No longer loud, that's good. But anyway, I have a script that I wrote on Wednesday. That's pretty good. Are you ready?
No.
Alright. Hello, and welcome to... Oh, screw you!
It didn't want to...
the phone rejected it. Okay, hello.
What was that?
I'm sorry?
What was that?
It was Gmail telling me that I was streaming. Thanks.
To you?
I'm sorry?
How did your Gmail just speak to you?
It didn't. That was the incoming transmission. That's my notification sound.
Oh.
Ripped it straight from Stellaris. Yeah, okay. Now we can get on with this. Hello, and welcome to the AMOROUS SUPERSTREAM. Last week, we started by talking to several people in the bar, along with my fuzzy boy Seth. Today, we will be deciding who to date next. That's it. That's the speech. Spent months on that.
Ethan, help! He's speaking furry.
I'm coughing, and I want to die. All right. So, game is start. I found out that you can. I found out some things. Apparently, the writer for Seth and Dustin is the same. It's the same person that wrote both of them. So we already know that this is a man who only does extremes. So that's gonna be fun. Found out there's only one artist for the entire game. Also found out that all the extra characters are actually people's, like, personas that they put into the game. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, stream talk time. We still have 2 characters to talk to, and then I guess I'll do what you voted for, which is the only thing anybody voted for, which is fun. Good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Let's see where the night takes us. Heading over to grab a drink from the machine, I noticed one of the bouncers chatting with a fairly energetic customer. They seemed to be having a good time, the smaller male wiggling his hips side to side and eyeing the large dragon with eyes that suggested all sorts of mischief. Perhaps this is my chance to meet some new people, like Kobe suggested. By the way, the small male looks about as gay as Jonathan, so take that as you will. So, option time. Get a drink, frickin' barge in and introduce yourself, watch the scene unfold, or leave, because you can do that for reasons undisclosed. I'm gonna watch it unfold. I figured it might be smart to see what these two are up to before sidling in on their private conversation. I approached the vending machine and leaned against it nonchalantly, acting like I was thinking about getting something to snack on, because people do that in suits. Yeah, you go up to a vending machine, you're all in your dress suit, and you just frickin' lean your elbow up against it, like, what do I want? Took in the atmosphere of Amorous, both the club and the situation in general. There's something oddly relaxing about being up here, away from the press of the crowded dance floor. Was this the reason most people came out to these places? I could imagine myself chilling in a booth downstairs, rather than freaking out trying to dance and show off. I felt more at home with that idea. Before long, I couldn't help but overhear the conversation next to me, because my own inner monologue was so pedantic. I forgot what pedantic means. Hang on. I have to look it up now because I'm crazy. I don't want Minecraft Gamepedia. Well, of or like a pedant. Thanks, Google. Thanks a lot. It's a frickin' pedant. Person who is excessively concerned with minor details and rules or with displaying academic learning. Okay, so you could just set a bureaucrat. Okay. And here's the most important decision of the game. What voice should I do for the dragon? I was thinking of Californian.
Sure.
Alright. Oh crap. How does Californian go?
What's up, dude?
Sha, bruh.
Chakra.
You see the waves, dude? It's like so chill. Alright.
You just sound Asian. It's so chill.
I could do racist Japanese.
No.
Oh, huh, is that so? You know, Rose, you do this every weekend. What's in it for me this time? Something like that. Alright, Californian, because they're just gonna... Oh, I thought it said redwood, and I was really confused. It says rosewood. By the way, a guy named Rose. That's nice. What's in it for you? Well, how about this? The small avian leaned up, hand on the dragon's chest, swishing his hips the whole time. He whispered into his ear as the large male leaned down, a grin lightening his gruff features a few moments later. Now that was a winning smile, even if the smaller guy and him were clearly involved from the intimate way they touched when he whispered. The writers of this game have some imagination. Before I'd even realized it, the security guard had turned to me. Yeet! He had that wide grin still on his handsome features, teeth glinting in the bright lightning of the club. I caught a glance at his name tag. Zenith. The other guy in the tight shorts stood beside him, a pixie-ish glint in his eyes. This is going to turn into polyamory, isn't it? This... Dustin's dreams to come through. True. Yeah. Alright, what do you want? Well. I don't think we've seen you around here before. And trust me, I would have noticed someone as cute as you. Yeah, me and the frickin' tux. Introduce myself, return the compliments playfully, or let him know you appreciate it submissively. I mean, there's only one option here, right? If we're going for the gayest thing possible, yeah? Submissively. No, this is bad. I could feel the heat rushing to my cheeks as he complimented me. My blush was quite apparent from his chuckling as I tried to hide it by looking to the side without taking my eyes entirely off the playful Zenith. Just do a JonTron, turn your whole head away, just keep your eyes on them. Do that. Just, hey, what you... Yeah? By the way, how would turning your head away hide a blush? Isn't that on your cheeks, and your cheeks are on the side of your face?
Not if you do a 180.
While keeping your eyes trained on him?
Yep.
Alright. Oh, I'm gonna do the Scott Uwu voice for the main character, by the way.
Oh.
Well, thank you. I'm not really used to handsome guys like you calling me cute right off the bat. Frickin', who's that character from Big Bang Theory who does that? I don't know. I watched as Zenith narrowed his eyes, seeing if I was joking, that grin stretching wider. He drew my face back his way with a single clawed finger under my chin, locking his eyes with mine and clearly delighting at the shiver his unexpected touch caused down my spine. This is Dustin 2.0, okay? This is Dustin 2.0 without the polyamory. Or at least with the maybe with the polyamory, I don't know. Or without the sex dungeon. What you got there? A smoothie? Now you've really intrigued me. You ever just try to imitate Crush from Finding Nemo? What's Finding Nemo? Alright. Near hypnotic. Kane? Zenith's large form was definitely intimidating, but something about him was appealing despite that. He was taller than most, maybe second to Kane, the doorman, but his touch was gentle despite that. And those bright eyes, he was near hypnotic. Yes, bright green eyes that looked like they were ripped straight out of a frickin' fantasy setting. I changed my name, so... Trent Farron. Well, I'm really glad I bumped into you, Trent Farron. I'm Zenith. Nice to meet you. I think we found what we're looking for, Rose. Oh god, I was right. His playful tone did very little to stop my bright red face. The kind of person they've been looking for. That sentence ran through my head a few times. Well, you just talked to Dustin. They should be sending alarm bells. Frickin', why don't Zenith and Rose go talk to his boyfriend? Make it a 5-person party. The avian in the belly top, because of course Rose, by the sound of it, eyed me up a few times and nodded. There's a sultry look about him, hand on his hip. When Zenith's eyes were on me, there was a dark look on his face. He tapped his foot and put on a smile. Oh gosh. I mean, okay, yeah, he's cute and all, but don't forget who's cuter, Zenith. He'll do, as long as you remember who's number one. Stefan Carl Stephenson, of course. Question their plans, call it off, keep up that submissive attitude, or submission isn't really my style, take control. I don't think they're gonna let you. I want to see how far this goes. It's perverse. I had to fight, not to just melt into Zenith's eyes. If this was how they did things, I wasn't going to turn down a chance to party with the big guy. I spun around on my heels, Rose in front and Zenith behind, as I raised my rump back towards the ladder and ran my eyes down the bare middle of Rose to his overt, tight shorts. Zenith actually took a moment longer than I expected to cup my hips as his hot breath played on my cheek. Okay. Alright. I'm not really the #1 alpha personality kind of person, but I don't mind a little competition on who can be the most accommodating. Jesus. Oh no, he's blushing now. There's only one person who can blush, and it's my author boy. Whoa there, someone's frisky. You keep that up and I'm gonna have to take you home. I've got poor impulse control when it comes to cute butts on my crotch. Frickin' take that out of context. This is worse than Dustin, and I hate it. Zenith's fingers tested the squeeze of my hips as they rested against his thigh rump first. Okay. I don't think that these people speak English. Rose sauntered up to close that gap and worked his fingers into my outfit. I braced for a slap. His eyes certainly said a slap was incoming, but instead he pulled me for a kiss. It caught me so off guard that my moan was a surprise as much as it was passion, and as he broke contact and grinned. I dislike this. This is... It's getting worse. I didn't think it could get worse. As Rose's fingers rolled down my chest, I couldn't help but slip a look back at Zenith. The handsome dragon was watching us play, but that toothy grin had all but vanished, replaced with a sullen expression I couldn't quite puzzle out. The moment he realized I was looking at him, he put that grin right back on and licked his lips before leaning in for a rough kiss. He tasted of those strong mints you get in a tin. Didn't quite quell the feeling there was more to this situation than he was letting on. Oh no. This is not good. Ahem. I think you mean that we might have to take them home, Zenith. Take them. Oh, right. You seem so enamored. I might just have to take me home myself for a test ride. Why don't you tell our new friend why we're here? Yeah, we're gonna shoot up a school? Well, we've never really had to explain before, and this butt trying to start a fire in my pants just seems like it's got the right idea. But who can blame you? Pshaw. Zenith gave a little mock smirk as he flexed a bicep. I half expected to hear his scales creak. Okay. I chuckled a bit, but as he threw a puzzled look back to Rose, he seemed hurt. Concerned, maybe? Good.
Ugh, what Zenith meant to say is that we're looking for a third party to join us for a fun evening. And guess what? You fit the bill perfectly. Almost too perfectly, in fact. What do you say, cutie? Down for a little fun tonight?
Despite the fact Rose was talking to me, I kept looking back to Zenith. This time there was more of a crack in his veneer than the last time. I could see his eyes narrow as Rose mentioned taking me home. However, after he'd finished speaking, Zenith stepped out from behind me with a pat on my rump, turning the frown into what seemed like his signature toothy grin. You hear him? What do you say? Down for a quickie? Oh no. What do you think, Anne? Down for a quickie?
DTF.
I'm sorry?
Down to fuck.
Alright, down for it. You know what? Fuck it. I came out to this club to have a good time, and a good time was being presented to me. It might have seemed like the two of them had something to work out there, but that wasn't my problem. I gave them both an eager smile.
I think that'd be good for all of us. When and where? Meet us in the back, sweetheart. I'm just going to freshen up a bit.
No. Lex, don't look! Alright, it's happening. I waited out in the back of the club for who knows how long, 15 minutes at least? It wasn't cold, but standing around as I watched others chatting, a few other hookups too, it looked like, it started to wear on me as my blood cooled. Maybe I'd been too hasty after all? And how many degrees can the core body temperature drop before you die? Isn't it like 2? Something close to that?
I'm not sure.
Alright. I was ready to check my phone, give them another few minutes before I went to look for them, when Rose stepped out with someone else. Zenith didn't seem to be with him. It was a wolf who he was on the arm of. Rose pat the handsome guy square on the bulge in his shorts to stop him at this car before coming back over. F.
Hey, Woz, where's Zenith?
I thought. I was quickly cut off. A look of impatient lust plastered all over his face. Oh boy.
Oh, sorry, honey. I found someone else as we were leaving. I felt bad, though. Couldn't help but come to break the news to you.
Wow. After he finished speaking, he peered over to the guy by the car who adjusted his pants. Rose let out a sultry moan, those hips wiggling a little. He didn't seem sorry in the slightest. Well, no, of course not.
Maybe next time, cutie. I've got the feeling I'll be busy all night through.
I dislike gays. Before I could even say a word, he was off. I pushed my way back inside so I didn't have to hear Rose giggling all the way back to the car. You pushed your way back inside? Why? I should have known something was up from the moment I met those two, and it didn't seem like Zenith was that welcome in Rose's evening plans either. I grit my teeth. Stupid. Lesson learned. If it seems too good to be true, it usually is. At least I had an amusing story to tell Kobe, I guess. Yep, almost got polyamoried by a dragon and a bird, but the bird was like, killed Zenith. Where is Zenith anyway? Is he back upstairs? Want to get that Dagon's number. Nope. Where could he possibly be? Well, I have failed. Absolute dejection. Alright, there's one more. There's one more. Time on the dance floor seemed a little too much like the deep end. Anyway, I didn't want to crowd Kobe. Maybe after I got a feel for the lounge? Speaking of... Over the bustle of the crowd, one of the lounge-goers caught my eye, not least of all because her outfit stood out above the clubbing gear of the other patrons. Sipping a cocktail, her sheer slip gave her the outline and undeniable elegance. What's a sheer slip? Do you have any idea what that means?
Nope.
Alright. She seemed happy enough taking shallow... This is going to screw with me. She seemed happy enough, taking shallow sips from her glass, her eyes on one of the girls giving her all on the pole. Well, maybe I should introduce myself. Take a seat beside her, maybe a conversation will start. Go over and put an arm on the couch, draw her attention. Go over and introduce myself. She looks like she has her eyes on the prize already, or not my type. Okay. Let's toxic masculinity her. Not wanting to wait around, I headed over, moving to the beat. Okay, tangent, but do you ever feel really awkward when you somehow start walking in time with music that's playing in like a public place? Like you're at Walmart and you start notice that you're walking in time with the music that they're playing?
No. Usually I space out, so.
Oh, alright, well, I sometimes feel that it's really it's like awkward. It's like awkward because you wonder, has anybody else noticed that you're somehow walking in time with the music? And what also doesn't help is that I think one of my legs is like slightly longer than the other, so whenever I correct it, I just kill myself and trip. It's
That's normal.
yeah. Anyway, slipping in next to the couch. I leaned against the wall, hand on the plush fabric near her shoulder, as I used the height difference as an excuse to lean in. Couldn't help but notice you enjoying the show. She didn't pull away, giving me a slight grin. An absolute pleasure to meet you. A pleasure? Okay, maybe not my best line, but I couldn't help feeling a little intimidated. Her dress looked like it was straight off a runway. Visuals. Alright, so... voice suggestion? For a female? Cowabunga it is. Racist Japanese. Actually, I don't think I can do that. The spark is gone. Oh no. I'll just read it. I could do French. Merci. Nice to meet you. She seemed a little preoccupied by the dancers, admiring them with a keen regard. Maybe she was a dancer herself, or just judging the competition, maybe. Beautiful, aren't they? Or maybe that's Swedish, I don't know. Yeah, gotta agree with you there. I've never seen so many good-looking people all in one place. French, okay. It takes a lot of poise and a certain degree of confidence, of course. Do you see how she holds herself? Haha, I suppose it's silly to say I'm envious. As she took another sip from her drink, her hand wobbled slightly. She was still smiling warmly, but it seemed like her flush was far more from the alcohol than the dancers. Was she... space, drunk? Keep talking. Compliment the dancer, because she obviously talks about that. I see what you mean. She's got everything going for her. Nice body, nice moves. She knows how to work it. Mercy took another sip of her drink and smirked. Through flushed cheeks, her eyes were a brilliant blue. She pointed to the dancer. Is that the kind of girl you go for? Is there even one type of person to stick to? Well, I don't know. Console her. Alright. I have only now started to notice the differences in writers, because the options are like very different. Because the different people write the characters, and I assume all the dialogue options. You do have editors for English translation, except I don't know why there's English translation. The person who produced the game is Australian. Anyway, well, if we're being candid, I am here with you rather than chasing skirt on the dance floor. Trust me, if I didn't want to be here with you, I would have wept already. Mercy smiled and nudged me with her shoulder, the confidence shining through her grin.
Lucky me, smooth operator. So, join me at the bar? I'd rather be talking to you than looking at her right now.
She had an infectious flirtiness to her. Maybe that was the drink, but as she stood, her fingers ran down my leg, giving me goosebumps. Okay, for someone who just shoved their... Hang on a second. Okay. For someone who just shoved their ass against somebody's leg, you're sure catty. I'm gonna go with flirt submissively. Her enthusiasm was contagious as I stood to follow her. I smiled back, hips giving the slightest sway as we walked together. I let my eyes run down her form, not caring what she saw, admiring her posture, the curve of her hips, and fullness of her bust, as the dress caught the club lights and lit her in 1,000 complementary shades. Look, you might not think it because I'm playing this, but I find it incredibly awkward to read something like that. It's weird.
Just be like an audiobook, dude.
What?
You're like not the character, but like you are the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead the way. So, what are you drinking? This is more Russian than French. I gotta go back to French.
I'm gonna switch over to my other computer.
Sure.
Okay, my sister's.
Alright.
So I can sit in my bed. Okay.
Alright. As we await her undesirable return. I'm just gonna kinda look at my phone and play some Home by the Sea. Or Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar, who just so happens to be wearing like the same outfit as Mercy in the album cover. You're a real tough cookie with a long history of breaking little hearts like the one in me. That's okay, let's see how you do it. Dukes, down to it. Hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Oh, come on, you don't fight fair. I care. I don't know the rest of it. I just know that hit me with your best shot. On my feet again. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. I don't know if the mic is picking this up. Discord isn't. At least it doesn't claim to be. Guitar solo. You're a real tough cookie with a long history of breaking little hearts like the one in me. You put another notch in my lipstick case. Sorry, put me in my place. Hit me with your best shot. Come on, hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Hit me with your best shot. I got the lyrics pulled up now. So hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Alright, well, it's refusing to go back and I don't understand why. There we go. Sweet dreams are made of this. Because why not? This has just turned into amorous sing-along. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody's looking for something. This is an odd song, but the music in the Amorous is pretty good. Hold your head up. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up. Da 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 da. It's a good song. I like the music. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. This is an odd... long. Well, I'm gonna keep going. You know, I'd really like to get into West Point. Just don't have that senatorial commission. I don't know what it's called. Well, I guess I'll have a beer. A fine choice. The bartender made our drinks as she sat prettily, a jewel at the bar. It occurred to me to ask about her outfit. So, your dress, it's boutique, right? It certainly caught my eye over the sea of Splicer's Gift tees and crop tops. Oh, it's Spicer. Okay, Spicer's Gift. I don't know what that means. Good eye, yes. It's a Typhoon original. French. How do French people talk? Snooty. So if I just do this, do you think it looks good on me? Flirt subtly. I think it's a flattering cut. It shows you a woman who's not to be taken lightly. I like it. It suits someone like you perfectly. Thanks. That means a lot, really. And hey, you're not too bad for looking yourself. Maybe I could... Oh, frick. Maybe I could stand a few pointers sometime. That'd be interesting. Okay, deep breath, small talk. I swear I used to be good at this. Save time. Bye. Bye time. I leave. Do you mind? Well, I'm still streaming, so I should probably stop. Nah. Bye.